we have right here at hall number 4, if I'm not mistaken. How you guys doing today? All right, you guys had your lunch? Um, to those who are lying about not having lunch, thank you. I just saw you having some food downstairs. So welcome back. So we're down to our first forum session for the day. We just finished out with 3 speakers earlier on, and now to our first forum session right after lunch. So we're gonna kickstart to it. We don't have much now. I'll be honest. We have only one hour, roughly around 1 hour for the segment. We'll try to wrap things up by 50 minutes and then allow the floor to actually ask questions towards either the moderator or the panelists of the forum session. We want to give space for you guys coming up for today to ask away questions. If you have too many questions at hand, you can always meet our panelists and speakers right after the forum itself, all right? So this will be roughly take around 1 hour. And right after that, we're going to have yet another forum happening after, all right? So for the first forum for today, it will be on esports and gaming content. All right, and we have 3 panelists joining us for today. So first one, ladies and gentlemen, is an esports athlete in the competitive Players Unknown Battleground or PUBG. Anyone here plays PUBG? Yeah, we have PUBG players. Oh, wait, I didn't check this. So a speaker even here. Where's Oh, he's there. He's outside. Okay, he's outside. All right, and he is also the team captain of the Face Gaming PUBG team. All right, he's also a Facebook gaming partner. If you guys don't know this, this is a new initiative that was made by Facebook, and a full-time streamer. So please welcome Afik Afzai Nizam, the esports athlete for Face Gaming. Well, he's outside. He's not coming in. Afik Chi. All right. Felt bad. Can we have another applause, ladies and gentlemen? The timing was great. You just arrived and then joined us. Welcome, Afik. All right. All right, Afik Chi is going to be our first guest for the day. Next, ladies and gentlemen, we have okay, it says here, I'm a 29-year-old. I'm not going to tell you guys that he's a 29-year-old, although I appreciate it. He's not here yet. Okay, now how are we going to do this? Sorry, give me a moment. Ivan's not here yet. Okay, get him. Okay. All right, it's okay. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. We're missing a one speaker, right? It's okay. We're going to be inviting our next speaker up on stage, all right? So our next speaker is a little bit brutal, right? So apparently, she beat her older sisters in Street Fighter 3. The way she phrased it was kind of wrong, eh? She beats her older sisters in Street Fighter 3 when she was merely 6 years old. She always knew that the definition of love and passion towards video games, and growing up as a journalist, she understands her role to support the growth of esports ecosystem, especially in Malaysia. All right, and she's capable of producing, shooting, and editing videos on her own. Basically, most of the time you need 3 to 4 men to actually do this. She does on her own, and loves to experiment various types of content on social media. In 3 years working in Astro Awani, and she has won the Best Social Media Health Award by Ministry of Health and Young Humanitarian Writer in 2017 by International Committee of the Red Cross. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome esports journalist, Malaysian esports correspondent from Astro Awani, Ms. Mariana Binti Ahmad. Please welcome. You may choose. It'll be great if you be in the middle. Like, okay, yeah, that's it. Right, so you're like in between 2 handsome-looking men. Although one more will arrive later, right? But it's okay. But we're just gonna shoot on first, all right? So, you guys looking comfy? All right. Okay. So, like I said, this session is gonna be roughly around 45, 50 minutes. If you have any questions, later on we'll pass the mic to you if you have any questions in regards to our speakers for today, all right? So, this is Afik Chi. Now, if you guys don't know this, Chi is actually his game name, correct?
Yes.
Yes, a game name. How did you come about Chi again? I mean, like,
I literally forgot about it.
no, well,
I can't remember. It was so long ago.
great story behind that name right
Yeah.
there. All right,
Yeah.
and all right, the thing about gaming content, all right, we want to know a little bit more about 2 things. All right, you're the team captain of Face Gaming, and you're also a streamer as well. How did you start it, Face Gaming? We're talking about Face Gaming is a professional esports team in Malaysia playing Players Unknown Battleground, an esports title. So how did you come about forming this team with your teammates and all?
Okay, actually, the Face Gaming is a gaming clan, which is founded by a really good friend of mine. So, and then when PUBG released, and we were all, I had a bunch of friends who were we were always together playing games, but not competitively before. But somehow we find that we are quite good in PUBG. So we told ourselves that how about we give this a shot. So we decided to join the Malaysian Cyber Games. That was our first tournament, and if I'm not mistaken, it's the first tournament in Malaysia for PUBG. So we decided to go and commit to that tournament, but we didn't know what 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 group we were going to go in. So we're just like, are we going to do this seriously? Are we going to really commit to this? So okay, how about we try and go under the face gaming, and then that's how it happened. It was just convenient for us to go under face gaming at that time because we were already close. I myself haven't done any kind of forming a professional team or competitive team previously, but I have had friends who were handling Dota 2 teams before, so I know a little bit about that. So I just think that okay, how about we just go under your banner and just do that.
All right, so that's great. So that's Afik Chi, ladies and gentlemen. So now a little bit more, right, on things. All right. So face gaming, you form it with a few of your friends together and becoming this professional esport team. Before this, there was already a lot of game titles. There was CS:GO. If you think about it, PUBG is actually a battle royale shooting game. All right. I don't know how to phrase it anymore. Like battle royale is correct, shooting game. All right. Now there was CS:GO before. Why didn't you go, balls deep into that? Why PUBG?
I think. Oh, honestly, I don't think I'm that good in CS:GO. I always try hard in games that I play. I played CS:GO. I played Overwatch. I played Dota. So in all the games that I play, I try to do it. I try really hard to be good at it. But even then, I know that I'm not tournament ready because I know that you have to be at a certain level. You have to be like really good to compete, and then you have to have a really good team. But I think I didn't have that team back then, and it's a different story with PUBG. So I already had a really good team.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, special information. All right. Afik Chi Azanizam has 40,000 followers as a streamer. Can we have a big round of applause for that, ladies and gentlemen? There's quite a feat right here. Now, I didn't know as a gamer you can actually reach that high, like 40K. Like, how does it feel? And, how was it hard for you to come up with content? Was it just you gaming and then you became 40,000 followers?
Yeah, even until to this day, I still have no idea why people follow me because
Yeah. Who
I
follow? Who follows Afik Chi here? Raise up your hands.
okay.
Oh, they didn't follow. These are not the 40,000. It's okay. I was one of them. I am one of them. So yeah,
Was
yeah.
did you like unfollow me?
Oh no, I am.
Oh, okay,
Sorry,
okay. I
that
wanted
came
to
out wrong. My
like click.
apologies.
You should like follow.
You don't have to check my phone. I did follow. Don't tell them. Okay, don't tell them.
Okay. Even before Han, actually, you know that me and Han were really close. So he has been streaming, I think 1 year before I started. So back then, when he was growing his fan base, I was there all the time. I was like always be playing with him. So it's always me and Han and the squad. So when Han grew his fan base and when Han grew his followers and people that comes to watch his stream, at the same time they keep hearing me because I'm the captain. They hear me like talk and give direction and everything. So, dia cakap, asal brother kita seorang tu tak stream kan? So I didn't think that I would do it for quite some time. I can't do this. I can't be putting my face on the stream and have people watch me. What if people don't like me? I always think of it that way. But when I started streaming, I created my page, and there are just a few followers back then. But when I started streaming, that is when the followers grew like so fast because they are like hungry for content. They want to see, they want to watch us, they want to follow. They just waiting for us to stream, and then the word keeps spreading, and then that's how I grew to that 40K. It's
All right.
42K now.
All right, 42K. All right, thank you so much. All right, 40K plus. Okay, I didn't want to be specific on it. All right, thank you so much. Now, Maria, Maria. Okay, pass the mic. Maria.
Mariager.
Mariaja. Okay, Mariaja. So, all right. Now this is interesting. You were not basically you started your journalist work even before esports was blooming and all this. What kind of journalist were you before?
Mostly I'm like I do journalist. I'll do political stuff and also general news. I go to any protest like GST protests and whatever protest that I've been to, and also I follow some humanitarian mission. For example, I
Mhm.
went to Nepal in 2015 when there's a huge earthquake, and when I was there, I was like, there's another earthquake, and I was there, and I was like, okay, this is a earthquake, okay, and then last, yeah, it's like okay, let's talk about it later. And last year I went to Bangladesh for the Rohingya crisis, and yeah, actually I for if we're talking about esports, like I start writing and producing content since 2016 when I was invited to go to Manila Major, for Dota, and I was like, whoa, this is huge, even for Philippines, and I was like, why can't I do something to create some awareness because our audience is mainstream, a layman that doesn't understand what is esports. So yeah, so 2016, and I not really consistently doing esports content during that time, and until January this year when, if you guys remember right, early this year, like there's a sort of controversy that WHO one year said that apa gaming is one of the mental health problem. So I was like, whoa, this is another side of that people see. You want it? No?
Oh, yeah, that's a good deal.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I was like, I have the capacity, I have the medium to, because I believe that the role of media is not just to inform. The role of media is to educate, to advocate, especially for the mainstream audience, for those that not really in the niche crowd. So I believe that there's another perspective that the mainstream media the mainstream audience need to see what kind of like achievement that they uh, achieve. And I think since early this year, I believe that I really want to consistently producing esports content. And I think like I said, like I believe that in one month at least 4 articles regarding esports. And when I first started, people were like, "Oh, ni main game je. This is just a game je." Okay, that's January. Okay, and along the way, people were like, "Oh, ni game apa? What kind of game is this?" So you can see from January until now, there's a lot of different kind of perspective, and the role of media is to like give awareness, give like a new perspective. So recently, our Malaysian player Xnova Dota won second place. I think he grabbed about 16 million.
He alone didn't grab 16 million, but he got like a good portion of it. He got divided
Yes,
by five, like yeah, 3 million, 3 4 million.
yeah, Malaysian ringgit,
Yeah.
and that's a lot. So when we talk about money, people might say that when there's a lot of money, there might be a bright future. But people don't know that Xnova worked hard for 10 years. He fight perspective about that's a game, and he fight a lot, and he gone through depression and so on. And when I see that people become more accepting about esports, that's something like something kind of small achievement for me. Like people like really aware, like from my game je, oh, ni game ke? Oh, this is interesting. Oh, play game really makes money. Like for example, like she already said Chi kan, not she Chi. She said that
Chi, not she,
Chi already
not she.
collaborate with Facebook Gaming. And yeah, so I think you might have a contract that give a lot of money from that, right? And they also have the feature that you can donate stars, you can donate money to the streamers. So that sort of thing, like people really need to open their mind. Like there's another way of creating, ataupun how we say that. There's another way that to achieve what you want, and actually bring some money for your whatever your hobby is.
All right, thank you so much. Can we have a bit of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for Mariah? I'm still trying to fix between the Mariah and Maria. For some reason, I've been used to calling you Mariah. Yeah. All right, but before we continue on, ladies and gentlemen, I want to invite a very special guest, which is our third panel for today. He's been working as a cabin crew for Air Asia for 6 years. It's not like Air Asia was not good to him. He just left Air Asia because he wanted to pursue a different dream, to become a streamer in YouTube. Of course, that didn't work out so well because it wasn't giving the income that he wanted, and then he went to Facebook streaming. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Farhan Johari, Era of the Geeks. Han.
Hi.
Hi. All right. Han 10K tapping. Farhan Johari 10K tapping, right?
Yeah.
All right. 10K tapping is actually his game name. Now this is the time I'm going to ask you, why is your name called 10K tapping?
Well, it all came down before when we were playing, me and Afiq were playing this game called H1Z1, King of the Kill. And I was so bad with aiming and shooting at people that I assumed that myself would take 10,000 bullets to get to hit an enemy. So that's why I gave myself the name 10K tapping. 10,000 bullets, I only hit once.
Okay.
That was then.
That was
Right?
then. Now you're not that bad anymore. I think is he as bad as he is before? Oh, you're like 5K
Wow.
tapping now. All right, great. So little you know that Farhan Johari and Afiq Chi together are in the Face Gaming. All right, these 10 members, of course. Afiq Chi is the captain right here, so he's like the boss. Han has to follow his orders. Now, Han, tell us a little bit about. You were a cabin crew in Air Asia for 6 years. Now, I believe
Yeah.
that there's a representative from Air Asia too as well. Alan was with us earlier this morning.
Alan Powell.
There's Arif. What's Arif? Arif he went eating. All right, Arif is a representative from Air Asia. We want to know why did you leave You left being a cabin crew in Air Asia after working for 6 years, and then you went to YouTube streaming. All right, so why? How? Why? Tell us.
When I first started AirAsia, it was because I was like 3 months away from getting out of college because I didn't finish it. I flunked it, and I was like 3 months left of the whatever compensation that they support there, and I was like, oh, what am I gonna do? Am I gonna go back to Johor and just work at 7E and then work my way up to a store manager or something? But my mom told me that there was a job opening at AirAsia, and then I went to AirAsia. And then after 6 years of working with AirAsia, around fourth year, I felt that it sounds cheesy, but I felt that emptiness where just working for money just isn't cutting it for me anymore. So that's why I turned to look to whatever I liked watching back then was YouTube and online media content, digital content, those digital influencers that are doing everything for themselves and chasing their dreams and hopes and dreams and everything like that. So if they could do it, I just thought, why couldn't I? So
Yeah.
I'm here.
All right. Now that's interesting. I did go through your YouTube channel. If you guys don't know, right, Han has a YouTube channel called Era of the Geeks. Okay, it's a really interesting YouTube channel. You do tech reviews.
Yeah, I do.
What kind of tech reviews do you do?
Mostly PC hardware, and just I really wanted to get into mobile, just not yet.
All right. And you did a little review on vapes as well. Yeah, so vape reviews.
That was a bit of a pros and cons kind of
Yeah.
thing. It did help in the sense of traffic, but the cons were it's still tech, but it was just a side thing for me, and it wasn't pure to what the core values of the channel were. So that's why I just cut it off.
All right. Now you are different. You went from Air Asia cabin crew 6 years, and then you went to YouTube, and then now you're doing Facebook streaming. All right. Why Facebook now? Was Facebook not a thing before, or was there something that Facebook offered which made you want to jump into streaming in Facebook instead of YouTube now?
Well, the general idea is Twitch would be the end all be all kind of thing. but everybody knows that Facebook is by itself a huge country. It's huge. If it's by itself, if it's a country, it's gonna be huge. So there's a lot of potential in Facebook, and it's easier to reach people. Whereas if you're on Twitch, you'll be lucky if you started streaming and you have 5 viewers. You're like really seriously lucky. But on Facebook, you have that huge algorithm, I would say, that connects you to each one as best as the algorithm could support you through there, and the rest is up to you, being you funny, you're talented, or you're so good at the game. So Facebook is that place, and especially for us Asians, I guess Facebook is a place where it's easier to reach a lot of people instead of Twitch.
All right, thank you so much. Can we have a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for Fan? Right, thank you so much for the insights right here. All right, now we want to talk about esports and media contents right here for gaming. All right, Afik, let's be honest. All right, was it hard to actually provide contents for the people? What is it that the people want, and do you actually give what the people want, or you just stream whatever you want, and whether the people like it or not, it's up to them?
Honestly, I'll just the way I do it, I'll just be myself and stream, and I don't pretend to be something that I'm not, because I believe in uh, getting uh, followers that actually like you for who you are, because it's not about it's not about making myself likable. It's about making them see that I'm also flawed in a way, but they can relate to that. So me being myself, and then when you're live streaming, it's about real time, expression, real time emotions, and the way when you play the game, it's all raw. So they have to see that, and they have to like that. And if they do, then they'll follow you. That's how I do it. I don't try hard to be like something else, because I don't think I can keep that up all the time.
All right, great. May I also ask, how frequent do you stream in a week? All right, and how long of a duration do you stream? Like, let's say, for example, if you stream this much every week, and how many hours per day, for example?
It depends on how many tournaments do I have for that month. If it's a free month, usually I'll stream around 8 hours a day, and then I'll do it for 6 days. So it's around 50 hours, 50 hours per week.
One five or five
No,
zero.
50
50 hours
per week.
per week.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So how's that going for you? I mean, people argue. I mean, look at everyone right here. They're like, I don't think it's a good idea for you to be staring at the computer for that much hours within a week.
Well, we do kind of hours a day,
Yeah.
anyways. And if you're like in front of the computer, you're working in front of a computer also.
Yeah.
This is work for me.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right. Thank you so much. Now, Mariana, this is something for you, right? For those who do not know, the thing about esports in Malaysia, right? I know you've been hearing a lot of great things about esports, big brands coming in. There's a lot of tournaments going on. Every weekend you will hear, like for example, last weekend, we just had one of the biggest esports tournament in Malaysia, which is called the Selangor Cyber Game, which offered 250,000 Malaysia ringgit, all right, across 6 game titles, all right? But these events, the frequency event that happens in Malaysia is not as often as you think. There's like the quarter 3 and quarter 4 of the year is like super packed with events, right? But the first quarter and second quarter is going to be a little bit quiet. There's going to be some big events. We had ESL1 happening earlier this year. We had Malaysia Cyber Games. And then after that, you'll see small scale events and much more, which barely offers around 50K and below, something like that. So Maria, you being a journalist where you have to make contents for national TV and also with Astro Awani, right? You need to be constantly have contents. Now, how hard is it to actually come up with contents during the start of the year compared to now? You don't have to worry. I mean, like, there's so many things going on. You have to pick which event you go to. But how about the start of the year itself?
Okay, in esports, that we have like some terms that we familiar with, like meta, buff, or anything. But for laymen, they don't understand what is that. What is meta? So for when we're talking to someone that might not aware about it, we need to like go to their level to making them understand. Like for example, like I used to make a title like millionaire gamers or anything like human interest story. But along the way, that people already know that okay, this is buff, this is like meta. Meta is a most effective strategy, is it? Yeah, and the difficult thing is like how to explain. It's like when you write something, when you write a story, you have to imagine like macam mana, how like you want to decode whatever in esports term in a simplest way. It's like talking to your grandma. Okay, this is how you plug your USB. Oh, what is USB again? Oh, this wire. Then you can charge your phone. Tada! Oh, it's alive. Something like that. So you need to use the simplest way. And along the way, I would like to try to actually write really esports news, like how Face Gaming went to Australia and how much the prize pool again? 30. Yeah.
30,000 Australian dollars.
Mm.
Yeah, okay.
And during that time, PUBG is kind of new, and people were like, "What is PUBG? Is it PUBG or PUBG?" And basically, what it is. So like, but it's like when writing this kind of news, you need to be consistent. It's like when you drive and you see a billboard and you see MACD and you drive the same lane every day. MACD. It's already installed in your mind. So I think when you're writing this kind of news, when you have the objective to create awareness to the audience, to the people, so people already like, oh, okay, this is PUBG, this is sports. So first, it's going to be hard. It's like how to explain this in simplest way. So I use kind of title like the Face Gaming went to Australia to grab for 300,000, that kind of title. But along the way, I would like to write more like kind of strategy, like they lost because
So
of
more in depth, more
in-depth,
analytical
yeah.
on
Yeah.
the game itself. But
So-
but that wouldn't cater to the mass media. That would cater
Yep.
more to
Exactly.
specific audiences. Where if the mass public doesn't know about gaming, they don't know about time 6 scope. They don't know about M4 M4A6 or
Yeah.
anything. So
Whatever it is, right? Yeah.
yeah.
But sometimes, like when you write news, I think you already know your audience. I think for this one article, I want to specific for mass audience. For this one article, I want to specific to the community. So yeah, I think that's how I write my article. Because at the end of the day, it's about proximity, prominence, news value, human interest. For example, like if I write story about Shige, a FIFA player, he has a dream that he left banking industry to join game industry. So that kind of story, like people want to know why you left like, a very huge, like promising industry, promising future, and you join game industry. So that kind of story like include human interest value. So that kind of story is maybe like the mass audience like want to know why.
All right, thank you very much. All right. Now I have one more question, right, before we move on to Hannah, right? What is the difference between being a normal I wouldn't say I can't say that being esports journalist abnormal or anything like that. Like normal journalists before that there was no esports, right? You do coverage on the politics, on national phenomenons and all that. So what is the difference between being a normal journalist and an esports journalist? Because I believe we have some journalists in the audience who want to know: is it harder? Is it easier? I mean, it's gaming. How hard can it be? That's what people thought about it. Is it really that easy?
It's kind of hard. Like for some event that my friend from another media company just posted about how media is really underappreciated in esports industry. We don't even have like a really proper media room. We don't have really specific, because I believe that maybe that the tournament organizer maybe not really aware that how important is our role. I don't know. Maybe the hardest part is just that. I think it's just the same. It's just that I love esports more. So I think maybe like I'm kind of biased to esports, but yeah, I think it's just the same. Just that, yeah.
So probably it's because esports is a new industry. I understand.
Yeah.
But all these organizers probably they do not know the importance of media. I think
it's
they know
okay.
they're important, but they didn't know probably that
Yeah.
you needed all this. I think people tend to forget that medias need their own area, at least a table provided
And
for you
this is
guys.
not blaming anyone because this is a new industry and we are working in the same ecosystem. We need each other. We need to support each other. We need streamers. We need player. We need the community. We need media, tournament organizer, the team organization. We need them. We need to like create a better ecosystem for this kind of industry to evolve to be better because we want to be the hub for Southeast Asia. So we need to have a proper ecosystem.
All right,
Yeah.
thank you so much, Maria, for that. Now, Han, right, coming back to you. Right, I like your pants, by the way. Really, really nice. Right?
Yeah, I fell on the stairs, so
Oh, great.
yeah, just ripped my pants.
So that's why he was late. Okay, I'm sorry for that.
Yeah,
Said Giuseppe.
I actually fell in love. So,
Wow.
just
Oh,
kidding,
okay.
I'm just kidding.
Nice pickup
Yeah,
line
let's
right
go.
there. I'll try it one day. Try to tear it off. Now, Han, is it now this? I'm assuming, right? This streaming is working out for you. Am I correct? Is it
Yeah,
working out for you?
yeah.
Is it giving you the income you wanted, the income you needed, and
Yes, I mean like it's not where I want it to be yet. Like like my goals, my achievement, but it's getting there, slowly but surely. Yeah.
all right. So, what is your toughest challenge being a streamer? Is it like consistently streaming every day? Is it a setup? Is it getting the right hardware? What is it? Providing new content every time?
Maria just said toxic toxic people. Yeah, that's one. That's one.
Yeah.
But that's after a while when you get used to it, those toxic people you just completely ignore them, or you can have fun with them entirely. But generally, for most people, I think the hardware to start off streaming is the hardest part. But I was blessed enough to be a tech YouTuber and everything. So and then I already had the hardware and everything set up. So I think for me specifically is I think the hardest part is on some days on the high days I would have this energy that would just is just magnetic and would attract people, and it was just it won't be like for one game and then it will be like they'll go away after that game, but that energy just attracts people that after that game and the next game and the next game after that there'll still be the around the same amount of people that will be watching the stream. So I guess what I'm trying to say is maintaining that energy. I mean, it's always entirely good to be yourself, but you have that version of yourself where you're like you feel so good today and everything's going so well for you today and it reflects on your stream and it reflects on your face and my forehead especially. So so yeah, so maintaining that energy is I think the maintaining and trying to find that energy every single time is the hardest part for me.
All right. And you did not. I'm very sure. Okay, I'm very sure of this. You did not start off having the amount of viewers we have right now. How many viewers do you actually make right
No,
now?
I started off just like anybody would, like two. Me, of course, I started off on Twitch at first. Like me, that was me. I see number one viewers, and then
That was you. You're watching your
Yeah,
own stream,
yeah,
right?
and
So
then
if
after-
you watch your own stream, you get one viewer, okay, and that's you, okay. So that doesn't count. Yeah.
And then as we started playing, Afiq switched on my stream, and then that's two, and then Azizan.
And then it goes to
three.
one. It goes to one if he stopped watching,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
And then you give him a call. Hey, bro, why are you not watching, bro? Okay. And then how did it develop from that? I mean, like, did you did you had a sit down and break and think about okay, what you should do right now? What kind of content you want
I
to come up with?
use all social networks that were available to me: Facebook page, Facebook personal, Twitter. Even though I'm only there for, just for a little while, and then Instagram. I'm there all the time, so I use Instagram a lot. And whatever social media that I have in my phone, in my power that I could use, I use that. But most importantly is the consistency. Yeah. The if I set a schedule to stream like 8 p.m. every night, then it has to be 8 p.m. every night. Well, that's different now. Yeah, that's different now. But starting off, you really have to be consistent. Yeah.
How is it different now? I mean, like, is there anything wrong with 8 p.m. tonight? Like, is there it?
8 p.m. is 9 p.m. If I say 9 p.m., it's 10 p.m. No, just
Oh, okay. They watch the news at 8 p.m. Okay, all right. So they watch you watch Astro Wani's
yes,
esports
yes, yes.
contents,
This is
and then you
nothing
move forward,
Maria, yeah.
and then that. All right, okay. I just want to ask this right out of blue. What what is a good time to stream? I'm like, you don't want these guys to come out in the middle of the night. Let's stream right now at 3 a.m. Probably some crazy people who don't sleep might watch my live stream
I'm
right now.
pretty sure Afi would agree with me on this that there's a lot of known streamers here already, not just in Malaysia but all over the world. But you need, I think you need for people to start streaming and to get noticed, you need to stream really grind basically and stream off time, which is 2 a.m. or subuh
Wait, really?
after
2 a.m.?
subuh. Yeah.
Who
Yeah,
watches
exactly.
your stream at 2 a.m.?
Our friend Azizan,
Okay.
he played with us a lot, and it's not that we don't help people help him market his stream. Yeah, boost, tell him to go to his stream or whatever. But he broke into mainstream. I think I broke. He broke into getting people to know him is by playing at 2 a.m. off times.
So he tapped into a
times.
different market. He
Yeah.
tapped into the market
Yeah.
where people don't sleep in the middle of the
Yeah,
night.
yeah. And of course, the argument would be other more popular streamers like whoever Shroud or Doctor Disrespect or Ninja or whatever would be streaming at the other side of the world, daytime over there and nighttime over here. But people love local talents, local.
I
You know,
see.
they love to support those kind of people as well.
Okay.
So he broke into mainstream and he got a lot of viewers, and he's doing good. He's doing good now. Yeah, even on his off, even when he's streaming at our own time now, like the same time, like prime time, like 7:30 p.m., 8 p.m., something like that. He still get his viewers because streamer specifically, I think is the realest kind of people, the truest. So people like streamers for who they are, and they keep coming back.
All right. Okay. All right. I don't know what to expect. If I have like a notification at 2 a.m. that, like for example, what's Seravim is streaming right now at 2 a.m. I'll be wondering, apa lah mamat ni streaming sekarang? Aku tengah nak tidur ni. Now what's wrong with you? All right.
Just like any other job, some people have jobs at 2 a.m. as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Some people do have that. All right. Now this is very important. Okay. This is one probably not for Maria. Okay, for both of you, right? There's a lot of streamers out there. I mean, like, there's a lot of people. I'm very sure you guys agree with this. Every time you open up Facebook, there's always somebody live streaming, whatever content. It may not be just gaming. There's even people streaming on Level Up KL right now. But why do people watch your content compared to other people? Like some streamers have been there for like 10 years and still not be able to actually get probably more than 20 viewers or anything like that. Is it because they got the strategy wrong? Is it because Han is really handsome or anything like that? Or what is it? Is it because of the content? Or you guys being a personality, being a PUBG player or anything? Why did you watch your content compared to other streamers? Because Han has the bright future.
Yes,
Yeah.
I have a brighter future than most people. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it's literally
because the
shining. I don't
projector
know
is
why.
Right in my head right now. Right
Who's
on my forehead.
doing this? There's like something, like literally, there's something on your hair right now. Yeah, okay. Really bright
suka,
future.
huh?
Yeah.
Suka.
Do share with us. Do share with us why do people watch your stream compared to other streamers out there?
Just as I've said before, it's when you're consistent, people get notice you, and they start if they can relate to you, if they like your personality, if they like your values, they would come back and support you. And as soon and in my case, I didn't just want to play; I wanted to be good at it. So that's why, because a friend of mine said I was so bad at playing PUBG. So it wasn't him, it was another friend. So I was like, that's it, I've had enough. So I went to the drawing board and practice, and then I became, alhamdulillah, good at it. So that's one of the things also, good gameplay. I mean, strategize and also entertaining at the same time because we're goofy in the game. Sometimes we just explode for no reason.
Okay, Afik Chi. Just want to share with you guys, right? The thing about live streaming is not just for people who are just really good at the game. Some people just want to watch people who are really bad at the game because you can relate back. So it makes you feel like you're not the only ones bad at the game, right? There's somebody else, okay, out there. Let's see. Okay, do share.
Like I said previously, it's about having the viewers being able to relate to you. So when you're consistent and they know that you're there to stay, so that's the window when they decide whether they want to follow you or not. So if they think that okay, this guy's probably going to be they usually ask this: Are you like full time? Are you like doing this for fun? So that's
Does it make money?
yeah, they ask that all the time juga. But it's during that moment they are trying to decide whether they really want to follow you or not. So that's in a way that's when they fall in love with you. So being able to relate to the streamer is one of the points that they think that they can follow you, and then uh, by then if you are already mainstream, then just going to spread. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Now I have two more questions, right? So one for Maria and one for both of you guys. Okay. So Maria, being a journalist, there's a lot of esports game titles here, not just in Malaysia but also in the world itself, right? So being a journalist, providing contents for esports games and whatever, is it hard? I mean, like people will complain that this media is only covering on FIFA, only covering on League of
Mobile
Legends,
Legend.
Mobile Legends, and people start complaining. Like for me, I'm a Dota 2. How come Maria doesn't do coverage on Dota 2? Why not Hearthstone? Why not other games? Like, how does that go about? Is it about fairness or is it about covering the biggest events and only that?
First of all, we need to understand that I'm the only esports journalist, so I cannot define myself. I try my best to manage and to cover all esports title, but I'm trying to be fair on that. But we need to remember it's not like about which game is more popular. Okay, when I it's actually about if let's say we need to like really understand that currently the current games that are popular is mobile games. It's not about like we are focused on one thing. It's about like maybe mobile game is actually leading. Like if we talk about sports, for example, we talk about football, we talk about badminton, but still we talk about sports. So what I mean is like, for example, like I'm doing a lot of like Mobile Legends. It's actually like to give the layman to understand what is a sport. But at the same time, I put up a lot of like CS:GO recently, and I try to put up like after this we have like Dota 2 KL Major. We're gonna put that also. So sometimes when you write a story, you need to like and it's not my fault if there's a lot of event that related to one game only. That there is a lot because at the end of the day, tournament organizer also need participation to join to be part of their event. So I think like as for myself as a journalist, like I try my best to cover because each of the players have their own stories, have very inspiring stories that I want to share with a lot of people, so that people will understand that this kind of story, this kind of player have this kind of story because each of them like have a different, I don't know, history and so on, and yeah, different channel. And if I want to write like entertainment story that related to esports, I can write about them. Like people think that esports or gamers are lazy, but these two guys go to the gym, like building, like wanna be a bodybuilder or something like that. You go to the gym like 2 hours in the morning. Yeah, who does that? So
They do. They do.
they do. So I can write a story like abang gamer pun pergi gym, or like ladies we also go to the gym. So some sort of things. Of course, like as a human that I want to cover a lot of esports title, but at the end of the day, I need to understand myself that this is the only that I can do. So yeah, I tried to be fair, but yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much for that. All right. So anybody might want to help out Miranda, she can cover more things. You don't have to complain anymore about that. Now, everyone's been hearing about content. I know as much as the title we have today is about gaming and contents and everything like that, but people want to know being streamers, right? So Afik and Han, does it make money? So if it does, I'm very sure it does. You wouldn't be staying here being a streamer if it doesn't, all right? If it does, I'm not asking for figures. I'm just asking, does it make a lot of money? And like, do you just get money from streaming, or is it like sponsors or not? Because we heard about all this, right? Do tell us a little bit about
Is
that.
it better than whatever you worked before?
Wow. Okay. Let's put it this way. At the start, of course, you're not making much money. You just started off. You guys
Yeah,
told
yeah.
us the story about you guys had one viewer. Nobody's gonna give you money. Hey, you got one viewer.
Yeah.
Good job, bro. I'm gonna give you $2,000 for that. Yeah.
It can come. I mean, being a streamer, when you're actually like marketing yourself to the public. So it can comes in many ways. It can come from sponsors, endorsement, affiliation, or like we do it. It comes in the form of being a partner with Facebook. So we are very very fortunate for that opportunity. So I think working yourself, being consistent, and getting partnered would be the ultimate goal. It is for any platform like Facebook, Twitch, Tamago, or any kind of other streaming platform, because they can provide you with salaries. In a way, it's salaries. So on top of that, there are still endorsements from brands, because when you're big, uh, people want to associate you with brands, and then that is other type of endorsements also. So yeah, do I still have to like?
It's up to you. I mean, if you look at these people right here, they'll be happy if you disclose to them how much you're getting. That would be great, though. But you don't have to. Okay?
It's in the range of like 5 digits.
Is a range of 5 digits. Can we have a round of applause for that, ladies and gentlemen? 5 digits being a streamer. What am I doing here? I mean, like, okay, you might see half of the people in this hall just quitting whatever they're doing right now, become a streamer like that. But
It's tough. It
but
takes a lot of hard work.
it took, how long did it took for you to reach 5 figure? Let me ask, how long have you been streaming, and how long did it took to
For
get-
me, it's 6 months, but Han would be like 1.5 years, because we're partner at the same time. So yeah,
6 months, 5 figures. You guys can do it, guys. You guys can do it.
but
Trust me.
it's hard.
It's hard. Okay, all right. So Han, anything you want to share?
Yeah. So the question was how much?
Well, not in figures. I mean, like, yeah,
I mean, do we make money?
yeah, doing money. Of course, you can. Yeah.
If a viewer were to ask me that, I would say it's enough to pay the bills. It's enough to eat. It's enough to.
Of course, you're being humble to them. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just that. But it's good. Pays good. It's more than what I had in AirAsia before. So, but yeah, again, not completely ignoring the fact that to get there, it's really hard. It's I would say in this way that there's countless packets of Maggie that I had to endure to get there, to get to nasi lemak every morning, you know. So, yeah, lauk paru, sama soto.
It improves over time. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Have a big round of applause to our panels. Afif Abzee Nizam, Miriam together with Farhan Johari. Now we're going to open up questions from the floor, all right? So if you have any questions to any of the panelists that we have for today, if you really want to know their exact figure, you can ask them later after the forum. They're not going to disclose it right here because we have a video recording happening right now. I doubt, even after this, they're going to disclose it. But at least it's kind of around 5 figure. You won't be seeing Maria for the next level up KL as a journalist anymore, probably after this, all right? So any questions? Any questions? Yes, the one yellow back there. Your name is your name?
Do you mean like out of 10 sponsors, which one do we choose, or do we go to them, or okay. I guess it depends
Did
on
you have to
where.
hustle your way, or did they come to you? Yeah.
It depends on where you are. Where as a streamer you are, like, if you see yourself in a good growth, like stream wise, stream performance, your page performance, your online online reach, online appearance, relevance. If you're really good, um, mostly at that point, brands will contact you. But of course, starting out, you want to gauge what brands are looking for and what type of stream performance, performance. No, no. The reach that you have, you want to gauge. Like, if I have 200 viewers throughout the stream, and a total of 4,000 total views. Would that be enough to get a sponsor? So you want to know that and some brands, yeah, they would just, we'll give you some stuff, put your logo, put our logo, and you can have you can have the stuff for free, and just do this for what, 1 or 2 months, like that. So that's where you want to gauge, because again, there's that argument where this industry is still new, still young, and the streaming side and digital online influencer marketing, it's still very, very new. So it's still in embryonic stage. So that's why there's a lot of trial and errors. Even though we could be seeing this for like 1 or 2 years going on, still being, still people gauging what is the right amount for this type of performance of streams or page performance.
All right. All right. Thank you for the question. We have room for one last question because we need to make room for our next former coming up after this. So, anyone want to ask one final question? Yes.
Yeah, I have to say that's true, because at the end of the day, people like what they'll like what they wanna see. So and yeah, it's true. I'm not saying that they do it just based on their looks, because I know a lot of female streamers that are actually quite good, and at the same time they look good. So being marketing themselves online, they have to be presentable, not just selling that, but they have to sell it as a package. I mean, personality, skills, looks. So for brands, they want to see that. They want to see that. They want it as a whole package, not just that. Because just looks, it won't last. People that come for looks, they won't stay. They'll just macam tengok macam apa dia buat ni. So they will not be able to follow kan. They will not be able to follow and stay and be loyal. So it's true, it will be the first thing that people will notice, because it's your face there. If we're it's always, it's even for the guys. We have one streamer who doesn't put webcam, and then another male streamer that puts webcam, and then people will still watch the one with the webcam because they want to put a face to the performance. So yeah, I mean, looks is always here to stay, but always the first factor. But when when we want people to stay, it has to be the whole package, and then brands know that.
Yeah, I've been on the salty side of.
He's one of them, okay? He's one
Yeah,
of them who are
I've been-
not
I've been
happy
there.
that
I've
girls
been there.
were getting the
I've
views.
been
okay?
there. I was like, why am I not getting views? I mean, I play with better than why brands associating with like stream performance. We'll put that. A female streamer would have 20 to 50 viewers max throughout the stream, and really, this I'm an open door. I don't mind. I have
New streamer,
200
is it? New streamer.
Sorry.
New streamer or like
I was new. She was earlier, something like that. And then, yeah, I'm telling you, I've been on the salty side. So, I've had better performance than the female streamer, but like at the end of the day, like, the looks they do matter as of first impressions, but after a while, people would stay because of your personality, on how you carry yourself, how you entertain, how you communicate with your viewers, how you interact with them. They love to talk with you, and that's why some of them, it could not last because of because they could not do that very well, and that's why that it's more it's
he's still
so much
salty, okay,
better.
wait.
No, it's
He's still
so
salty.
Much, no, it's so much better that being yourself and just keep doing it could just get you there, wherever you want to go.
All right, does that answer your question? That's good. All right. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. One more time. Afichi, Maria Ahmad, together Fan Jori. Thank you so much for joining us. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a short 5-minute break before we continue on with our next session, our next forum. So, make sure to keep yourself hydrated with drinks at the back. The restrooms are on the left and the right side of the hall. And then we're going to continue shortly. Thank you so much, everyone.